Our summer of interrailing. Our adventure started in the magical city of Edinburgh. For 2 full days, we were walking on ancient cobble streets through stunning Gothic architecture. We enjoyed the beautiful city views from atop Edinburgh's many hills and really learned to appreciate the kind citizens of Scotland. We got to experience all kinds of weather, the mystical fog and rain, as well as sunshine, which allowed us to spend time in some of Edinburgh's parks. Onward to London we went. To continue the magic, we arrived at King's Cross Station. London offered us all the big city thrills, and we got to see stunning landmarks while enjoying delicious food. We also escaped the hustle and bustle of the city in Hyde Park and finally made our way to the Warner Brothers studio tour, which is a childhood dream come true. Walking through the different sets was a truly magical experience. Then we spent a fast 24 hours in Paris, a city we'd been to before, last fall. Unfortunately, the summer heat and the crazy amounts of tourists took away from the charm. Nevertheless, we enjoyed our time and even got to visit the famous catacombs this time. After a slight train delay, Amsterdam welcomed us just in time for sunset. The unique character of the city was accentuated by the dynamic nightlife as we made our way across the city and to our hotel. The next day we took it slow to recharge from the previous travel days and prepare for our longest train ride yet. 17 hours later, and completely exhausted, we arrived in the city of Copenhagen, which shared so many similarities with Amsterdam. The buildings had their unique charm, people were riding their bicycles everywhere, and the overall atmosphere was great. We'd loved to stay longer, but our wallet wouldn't have allowed for another day, so we headed on to Oslo. Our first impression of the Norwegian capital humbled us, to be honest, and it wasn't all what we had hoped for, as the area around the main station where we had arrived was pretty dirty, full of drug addicts and gypsies. But we soon ventured out and got to see the pretty parts, and discovered a vast number of delicious food courts. On to Stockholm we went. We had a great time and enjoyed our last days amid Nordic architecture. In Stockholm we slowed down quite a bit and we took our time to take in the views of the city. We felt so comfortable that it actually kind of felt like home. Speaking of home, we then spent 2 weeks at home with my family in Berlin. It was really amazing to reconnect with friends and bond with family. We balanced our days between the city and nature. We also went paddling, which by now has turned into kind of a family tradition and was a lot of fun. The time flew by quickly, and on we went to the gorgeous city of Prague. And all I can really say is that it is pretty understandable why it has been voted the most beautiful city in Europe. Plus, it is cheap too. So we really enjoyed 24 hours in Prague. Just a short scenic train ride later, we arrived in the Austrian capital of Vienna, another pristine city with stunning architecture. What followed was the most beautiful train ride of the entire journey. On our way to Zurich, we passed stunning mountains, lakes and rivers. And Zurich definitely felt like the perfect climax to that train ride. Nestled around the lake, Zurich was the perfect summer destination. Originally, we hadn't even planned to go there, but we're so glad that we did. And sometimes you just gotta deal with unexpected changes, but don't worry, they can turn out better than you could ever hope for. Due to French train strikes, we had to fly from Zurich to Barcelona before taking the train home from there. Interrailing was such a beautiful and liberating way to see Europe. It was the perfect mix of adventure, excitement, slow travel and relaxation for us. And it definitely made for an unforgettable summer.